Hello everyone, Big Fatty Plus here, and I'm going to take a little bit of a break here to let y'all know about a website called the Entertainment Consumers Association, or ECA. Now, why would I do this? Well, Chaz Dragoon recently did a video talking about this issue, in which he showed his face, because, well, it kind of surprised, but he felt it was a very important issue, and I have to agree. I won't be showing my face, because A, I don't want to scare off my subscribers, and B, I don't have a mask. So, yeah, I might show my face, but only if I have a mask. But anyway, I digress. The issue we're talking about is the fact that... Well, here, let me read the site. By the way, this is just a screen cap of the site. I'm not using Cam Studio to record this or anything, because Cam Studio don't like full screen. But, I'm going to read this off to you, and then we'll get to explanations as I go. Gamers, now is the time to stand up and be counted. For nearly 2 decades, elected officials have tried to regulate which video games you can buy, rent, and play. Every single time they've passed a law, the federal courts have struck it down as unconstitutional. But this may change this fall. The Supreme Court of the United States has agreed to hear the state of California's infamous violent video game case, Schwarzenegger versus EMA. That means that this year, or early next year, the court is going to decide whether to agree with the lower federal courts or not. Agreeing would mean that they believe that video games are, and should continue to be, First Amendment protected speech, just like books, movies, and music. The court disagreeing would mean that they think video games should be treated differently. This could lead to new bills and laws curtailing video game access in states across the country. It is no exaggeration to state that their hearing represents the single most important moment for gamers, and the pivotal issue for gaming in the sector's history. Over the summer, we'll be drafting and formally submitting our amicus brief, which will be included with the other official court documents related to the case. Separately, we will also attach a petition signed by you, the American public, which by its very existence will publicly define who the consumers of interactive entertainment are and why we care enough about the issue to take the time to make the effort to speak up and make our voices heard. The petition establishes an authoritative collection position which cannot be redefined by detractors nor co-opted by others, and it enshrines each and every signatory's participation in the court documents and in the U.S. National Archives official records related to the case. If you're an American gamer and you care about gaming and your rights, stand up and be counted. Sign the petition. Yes, this site is a petition that hopefully, if we can get enough signatures, we can, they can basically tell the Supreme Court, hey, what Schwarzenegger is trying to do is completely unconstitutional. You see, video games are created mediums, just like Travis Dragoon made a perfect point. The graphic designers that make the levels, that's considered art. The music some of these people make in these video games, that's considered art. The video game as a whole is art. I mean, shoot. There was a huge debate about Shadow of the Colossus a couple of years ago as whether video games were considered art because of how the game, how good the game was and how it was designed and how it progressed. But, as you know, Schwarzenegger is trying to basically gain the soccer mom vote by trying to curtail video games, and basically in hopes of not only regulating them and restricting them, but also hopefully getting them banned. And if Schwarzenegger succeeds in this, like it says here in the article, these laws and bills could continue to be enacted across the country. This is a very important thing. And if you're a gamer, either be it casual, hardcore, whatever. If you love video games and you don't want to see this happen, then for God's sake, sign the petition. Let them know that we as gamers are not going to just stand idly by and let you regulate our video games and keep us from playing them. You know, just because, oh, we're trying to protect the children. See, that's the funniest thing. Here you have Schwarzenegger taking up the soccer mom cause because, well, Jack Thompson was disbarred. Thank God. And yet, Arnold Schwarzenegger has starred in some of the most violent movies I can think of. You know, the first two Terminators, for instance. Commando, very good movie. The first Predator. Let's see, I think I can probably bring up maybe one more. Okay, Kindergarten Cop was good. It wasn't that violent, but there was still violence. But the fact of the matter is this. Here he is, a man who participated in violent movies. Shoot, he just starred in a bit part in The Expendables. That's a violent movie. And yet he's going to say, oh, violent movies are fine, but yet we're going to try and protect the children by regulating video games. Okay. Movies, books, music, protected. Video games, no. Video games should be protected. I'm probably rambling like crazy, but this enrages me. That politicians and the government are basically trying to decide, hey, because our constituents are too stupid to think on their own, we're going to decide for them what they should play. You know, what games they should be allowed access to. Now, here's the thing. This kind of stuff has already happened in other countries. A good friend of mine here on YouTube, and a fellow subscriber and subscribee, Alana Ray, he lives in Germany. They've already had this happen to several games that have not come over there. Modern Warfare, I can't remember if he said if it just got banned, or if it was heavily edited over there, but, yeah, they've had problems, and Australia, oh dear God. Australia! Don't go there if you love video games, because they have had huge law actions there to the point to where you couldn't play anything unless it was safe for all ages. And the thing is, we can't allow that to happen here in America, okay? There's only 3 countries in the world that I can think of offhand where this hasn't gotten out of hand. Well, actually, okay, 2. I know there's a 3rd one, but I can't think of it right now. I know the other one's Japan. And the thing is, we can't allow this to happen. We can't allow our own government to say, hey, we're going to decide what you should play. Okay? Because we're trying to protect the children. Baloney. You're trying to protect the children. You're going to ban children from playing Modern Warfare 2, Dead Space, and all that. But yet, kids can go home, sit down, watch TV, and at about 6 o'clock, turn on AMC, and say, oh, look at that! It's a Death Wish marathon! And we all know how many bullet holes people got in that movie. In all those movies, in fact. And then you have, I think today, in fact, around, what was it? I think 3 o'clock, Apocalypse Now was on. My God! And you're going to say, oh, kids can watch Apocalypse Now, Death Wish, Commando, and all that, but yet they can't play violent video games? No, not going to happen. So, to all the American gamers who are watching this, for the love of video games, sign the petition. I don't know if a non-American can get away with signing it, but it might help, I don't know. But spread the word at least. Everyone, spread the word. If you know friends, family that love video games, say, hey, here's this site. Explain to them the situation. Have them sign the petition. We need to get as many people as we can on the ball here. We got to let people know, hey, do not let this happen in California, because if it happens in California, it's going to spread to every other state like a frickin' virus. And that's the last thing we need right now. You know, the economy's tough, and we definitely don't need it being tougher and costing millions of jobs just because some politician wants to get the soccer mom vote, because some soccer mom is too lazy to actually think for herself and actually review games that her children want to play, but instead just go, oh, I'm just going to have all video games banned so I don't have to worry about it. Because I'm lazy. I like watching Desperate Housewives all day. Just annoys me. Yes, I've had a brush with a soccer mom. I lost my mind over that. But anyway, I'm going to have a link to the site in the description. Sign it. If you're not American, put it in there anyway. See if they accept it. Don't troll, please. Just, if you love video games, and I know even trolls, spammers, and flamers love video games, sign it. Let people know that this cannot go on. And I've probably rambled for far too long. Anyway, it's Big Fatty Plus. And sayonara, and for God's sake, sign a petition. I did.